my leaders, it's Miss Regina, the daycare guardian, and it is about time that I introduce you to Miss Naja. You know, during our Boss Moves videos, I've been saying, Miss Naja, go get y'all. She is going to make sure you are communicating effectively. You hear me talk. You don't hear me stuttering, stammering on, none of that, because Miss Naja put me on blast and on point. And that's what you will be doing. So to our educators that are transitioning to leadership and to our new leaders who need to communicate with their new community, Miss Naja is gonna tell us, Miss Naja, what you gonna tell them? What you gonna teach them on August 23rd at 11 o'clock?
What I'm gonna teach people is how to communicate effectively and professionally. That is the thing. When you step up from staff member to leader, you have to be prepared to communicate in a different way with your coworkers, because now these are people that you are supposed to be leading. So you have to instill confidence in them. What that means is that you need to be highly researched and educated in your answers. But there's nothing wrong with also being transparent and saying, I'm not sure, let me get back to you with that information. So my job is to teach you all how to communicate effectively, compassionately, and professionally. That is really, really key and important. And so that's going to be all of your communications. If we're talking about emails to parents or staff, that's talking about your website. And let us not forget your social media presence, because those things are going to be important. Another thing that I really like to instill in our new leaders is that you have to communicate with people differently, because now you're in a position of leadership. Okay? These are not your friends, so to speak. And a lot of people want to maintain that, and there's nothing wrong with being compassionate, with being caring. In fact, that's what we want you to do. But we want you to also be a problem solver. We want you to, again, instill confidence in the people that you're there to lead. And we want you to be able to communicate effectively and help people to understand that they need to follow your rules and your instructions.
Yeah. You know what, Miss Naja? The thing about communication, the problem with communication is that you believe that it happened. So if you believe that it happened, you must think that it happened. But then haven't you had the experience where you said something to someone and they go and do something totally different?
Ooh, have I? My goodness, I can't even count the times, as a matter of fact. But what I found is I like to ask people, what did they hear? When I said this on this date, what did you hear?
Exactly.
I also keep a record of my communication with people. So I like to communicate with people verbally. I also like to do so written. Okay? So you have to have a written communication in a lot of ways, so that everyone understands that this was communicated on this date, and we all should be following these protocols, right? So you saying it verbally is great, but put it in writing, okay? And make sure you use spell check and grammar check.
All right,
because we have
GPT for all that.
Okay, we've got Grammarly, we've got a lot of different things and tools to help us. So we need to make sure that we are utilizing those tools. And you have to check in with your staff and make sure that they understood the memorandum that was sent out. Because some people, they may have a problem with comprehension.
And may need to hear it more than one time. Ms. Naja, would you suggest that our new leaders videotape themselves?
I think they should. I think you need to see what you look like when you're presenting in front of your staff members, in front of parents. And you're going to look, and some of you are just going to cringe. Oh my God, I can't believe that's what I look like. And it'll help you, because now you have a critical eye and you know what you look like when you're presenting for people. So what I like to do is I review my tapes. It's not something that's pleasant for me, even though I'm doing it. It's part of my profession, but it helps me to modify my message, to solidify my message and to look at my body language. Am I exuding confidence? Am I exuding my leadership skills that I have? Or do I look timid? Do I look shy? Do I look unsure of myself? And those aren't things that really instill confidence in those people who are working under you.
Got it. And would you also suggest that they use video as a form of communication, create those Zooms, and so that the teacher can look at it later?
Yes, I do like to use Zoom as a method of communication. So that's an online meeting app. Again, even with the Zoom, I like to go ahead and send the notes afterward. Here are the written notes from that Zoom. So have it transcribed. It's usually free on most of these apps like Zoom and things like that. Also, record the meeting. That way, you as a leader, if there are questions being asked, you really can go back, look at the recording, and see what were the questions being asked by your staff. And so maybe you need to go ahead and address those things. Actually, you should address those things. Even if you say, I'm doing some research on that, let people know that they were seen and they were heard.
Absolutely. Well, leaders, you already know you are in for some good information. Miss Naja is on point. She is. Tell them who you are, actually, because I don't even think my community knows you.
Well, my name is Naja Young. I have an MFA in film production from Florida State University and a BA in theater arts from Chatham University, which used to be Chatham College for Women, where I met Miss Regina.
Girl power.
That's right. That's right. And she's part of my sister circle and one of my trusted advisors. And so in my current profession, I am a creative strategist and a production consultant. I still work in the film world as a writer, director, and producer. And I have my own website where I help people find their voice, whether it's through film or if it's in essays or creative fiction. And so my recent client just published a book called Naked Appearances. And it's about her experience growing up in New Orleans. And I have a new feature film that I'm working on that should be released next year. It's all about an African-American woman who embarks on a journey in a former sundown town here in Georgia.
It's scary.
I
am not a scary person.
It is a Southern Gothic.
She is. And I was like, no. You see, I'm sunshine.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Miss Naja, for joining us. And on August 23rd at 11 o'clock a.m., you will just be, what will they be, Naja? Give me a word. Amazed. Energized, supported, and have an outlet and networking. You don't know who will be in the training. So join us on August 23rd at 11 o'clock. Sign up for Boss Moves and continue to watch our video. But I just wanted to take this time because I've put out about 6 Boss Moves at this point. And I keep talking about Miss Naja, and I was like, I got to tell my people about Miss Naja. All right. This is Miss Regina, the Daycare Guardian, coming to you from the Early Childhood Education Directors Network, where we love leaders so they can lead with love. Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.